fire missing 90 fucking percent shots.
On the move.
That's affirmative.
Let's do this.
Stepping off. Enemy spotted.
Better start.
Bye-bye.
Moving out. They're starting to lose ground. Rolling out. Get out of here.
Yes, sir.
This
Contact.
negates any hope we had of establishing a clear pattern of behavior among the alien species. This specimen is nothing like the others.
Seems like they've got one of everything.
Okay. Frag out.
Come on, hit somebody, please.
No way that just happened. Dead and gone.
Going in for the kill. On the move. You're clear. Move out. Nice.
Looks better. Oh. Still here.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Moving. X-ray neutralized.
Roger, Dodger. ET in sight. Engaging.
Heading to that location.
I'm on it, Commander. running.
Roger that. My weapons missed the target.
I'm on the move.
Come on.
That's a load of bull.
Yeah, it is.
Heading there now.
Yeah, hey, shot.
I need ammo. Good.
You know what? We're just gonna do Overwatch.
Moving out.
Moving to position. Let's do this.
I'm rolling.
Headed there now. We're green to go.
Moving to firing position. Let's do this. Target eliminated.
Everything by the numbers.
Oh, yeah. Much better. Sometimes you just get some bad RNG.
Impressive work, Commander. Our soldiers have to be feeling good after a mission like that.
Thank you. That's a definite. Oh, another sniper. Good. Damn it. So good. No damage either. Holy shit.
We will be in touch, Commander.
Wasn't I supposed to get money for that?
There you are.
Tactical. Do we have an eagle over these coordinates?
Recon satellite Delta 2 is just coming into line of sight now, sir. Coming on screen.
Nothing.
No, that's impossible. I know it's there.
Switch to thermal.
Hello.
Give me subsurface.
Gotcha.
Re-establish comms with all available ground.
Think of what we might find once we get inside that facility. Imagine what they might be doing down there.
I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
Okay, we found it. Now how do we get inside?
I thought you'd never ask.
The methods involved in creating these crystals, an organic machine capable of complex communications. We could spend years studying this technology.
Analysis of the alien chart has revealed that it is indeed organic in nature, although not alive per se. Somehow continues to resonate within a specific range of the electromagnetic spectrum. Despite several attempts at disabling the alien known as the Outsider, each was met with the same result, the target dematerializing within an instant. With no explanation for the phenomenon, the research team was left with little to study in terms of the Outsider itself. However, having now analyzed this shard, it seems that may not be the case. In an effort to reduce any potential interference from known terrestrial signals, we placed the shard into the harmonic dampening chamber, a device conceived of by Dr. Shen. With outside noise brought to a minimum, it took little effort to detect a very distinct signal, the source of our shard's hum. While we have a number of theories, both research and engineering teams seem to be in agreement. The shard itself is acting as some form of communications relay. Although purely speculative, we've also considered the possibility that the Outsider itself is merely an extension of the shard and its function. Dr. Shen believes with sufficient time he may be able to develop a device or key that mimics the shard itself, giving us a means to locate the source of the signal. So I'm going to start doing uploads to you.
Based on what we've seen in the field so far, including several grotesque examples of trauma resulting from the emergence of its young, we've taken to calling this specimen a chrysalid.
Even after years of research and study, until now I had never encountered something that is quite as beautiful yet equally as deadly as this species. Unlike the other aliens we've encountered thus far, it's arthropodal in nature, plated in a sleek black exoskeleton. The chrysalids, as we're calling them, based on their reproductive habits, measure over 3 meters long from nose to tail and stand almost 2 meters high when perched on their hind legs. Their attack is not extremely deadly, but also necessary for the reproduction, as the intended victim is not immediately killed, but instead turned into what can only be described as a mind-the-shell akin to a zombie, which serves as a host to its offspring. When a human is bitten, an embryo is injected into the host and immediately begins to gestate. Once gestation is complete, which remarkably lasts only minutes, newborn chrysalid will emerge, destroying its host in the process. We can only theorize as to why the aliens would utilize what appears to be a savage, unpredictable creature. In any case, this is certainly not a creature to be trifled with, and our troops will do well to exercise extreme caution when engaging this species. Targeting another example in the field through unit analysis view may provide additional information as to its combat capabilities. One final note, which may be of particular interest in regards to our own genetic enhancement work. We have finally managed to isolate the chrysalid's exoskeleton sensory capabilities, and they were in fact electroreceptors I had initially suspected. It is my hope that we can use this discovery to enhance our soldiers' own abilities in regards to sensing and detecting enemy movement in the field. Like plating made from the chrysalid exoskeleton, this material provides additional protection and significant reduction to melee damage sustained. It's also sturdy enough to provide a strangulation countermeasure. Variant in the frag grenade, this weapon does the equivalent damage over a much larger area, but the projectiles cannot penetrate cover. Thus, units in cover relative to the center of the blast will be unaffected. Bioelectric skin. So let's see. 22 days, heavy lasers, 10. We'll start doing some of these.
I've got a hunch as to how we might get into that facility. Just give the word, and I'll begin manufacturing the key immediately. Our worst suspicions may have been true after all. They're not just here for abductions. They have something else in mind.
There must be some way to get into that base. I wonder what Dr. Shen has in mind.
I'm sure the troops will be eager to get out there and even up the body count.
The potential applications for this sort of tech would have been limitless if the aliens had only come in peace.
All right. Our understanding of the alien materials is limited at best, and we could spend years deciphering the complex manufacturing process required to produce and manipulate these substances. However, we have managed to crudely adapt some of the observed techniques into our own research. Our first development, a multi-walled carbon nanotube weave, was modeled after an unusual pattern mirrored in several of the alien materials. This new configuration has proven to possess a greater tensile strength than any material previously recorded in known science. Embedding this fiber into an armor-reinforcing vest will surely afford our soldiers increased protection on the battlefield. Nanofiber vest, made from a dense weave of nanotube fibers. Lightweight vest provides extra damage absorption to the wearer. Oops. Excellent. Can I excavate something? How much is excavation? 50. $40. Okay. Dispatch items.
Commander, there's a Priority 1 transmission coming in from the Council.
A member of the Triad Criminal Organization has reached out to one of our contacts. Although we have little interest in the man himself, he allegedly has in possession a piece of unique technology. We'll need you to investigate We'll transmit further details to Central. Launch mission.
Excellent. We look forward to seeing your progress.
I don't need 2 snipers. Okay, she can understand. Shotgun. You, however. How do I know? Lieutenant Sokolov.
Prepare for deployment, Strike One.
We're heading into China for the next operation.
This mission should be kind of close to what the last one I did.
You must be my contacts. No one who fears reprisal would make an entrance like that. Not so different from killing a man. It won't take long for them to realize I'm missing. Especially since I've got this thing with me. If you take me with you, it's all yours.
That's our man. And it looks like he's got the package with him. We'll need to get him back to the extraction point in one piece. His former employers, not to mention the invaders, will be looking for him. Objectives updated.
Solid copy. Moving out. Hauling ass.
Hauling ass.
I'm on it, Commander.
I'm not sure where my boss got this thing, but he was taking offers from a variety of bidders, regardless of their intentions.
Enemy forces headed your way, Strike One. Get ready.
Damn it.
Come on.
Can't kill him if you don't hit him. Okay.
Might restart this already. That was terrible strategy, Jason. Why can't... That was fucking terrible. Just make sure I do a save game. I gotta remember to do that every start of every mission at least.
On my way. Moving. Moving out.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Okay.
I'm not sure where my boss got this thing, but he was taking offers from a variety of bidders, regardless of their intentions.
Enemy forces headed your way, Strike One. Get ready.
Jesus.
Can't kill him if you don't hit him. Damn it! Enemy is still alive!
No, he's dead. Y'all just launched at the wrong one.
On the move. I'm on it, Commander.
Headed there now.
That's affirmative.
The job itself seemed trivial, delivering equipment to a predetermined drop point.
Solid copy, Commander. Affirmative. Moving out. On the move. Target acquired. All ass. I'm rolling. Shot failed to connect.
Moving out.
Moving to firing position. Double time.
Once I saw this device, I began to fear the implications of our involvement.
Heads up, Commander. We've got an intermittent contact. It's something different from the others.
Going in for the kill. Time to motor. Damn it, enemy is still alive. Moving out.
Position confirmed.
Moving to position. Suck on this!
I've crossed many lines during my life, but now we all face a common enemy.
I'm on the move. there now!
Yes, sir!
Good to go. Moving to designated coordinates. Heading out. That's affirmative.
Already there.
Ten four.
Ooh. Rough first go, but it finished strongly.
I am alive. But the life I had is gone now. Funny that my life should take such an unexpected path. Turning my back on old friends to defeat a common enemy.
The device and our contact are secure. Get back to HQ for debriefing.
Actually, I think I didn't get anybody hurt either.
An exemplary performance. Let's hope all of these operations go as smoothly as this one did.
Remember, we will be watching.
Become a heavy?
The new engineers arrived this morning, Commander. We're always glad to have more help down here.
Commander, our satellite is prepped and standing by for launch. We are ready to deploy it on your orders.
So, what is it, Doctor?
It's remarkable. The crystalline structure housed within the canister is actually a suspension containing billions of cybernetic nanomachines, each made up of both organic and mechanical components.
My team's analysis indicates these microscopic robots are capable of assembling mechanical structures with unprecedented efficiency. With further study and some specialized facilities, we may be able to engineer a sort of cybersuit that interfaces with the human body.
My team is more interested in the possibility of physically altering the tissue itself, incorporating aspects of the alien's own genetic adaptations by using the nanites to fuse the foreign material.
The Commander will have to decide where the greatest advantage lies. Is there anything you agree on?
Given the apparent purpose of the nanites, they allow combining organic materials with one another, or with machines. We have at least agreed to call them
Meld.
The amazing material's most salient feature is its versatility. In early testing, we were able to devise several methods that allow for direct manipulation of the meld substance and its physiochemical properties. While searching our records for any reference to a material with similar property, I uncovered a number of redacted data stores created in the 60s, but much of that information appears to have been lost. In any case, the advances we've made should allow for a wide range of applications in the field of genetic modification and cybernetic enhancement. Although we will need to build dedicated facilities to enable these potential research pathways, it is probable that the invaders are more familiar with meld than we are, and may already be fielding combat elements that take full advantage of its capabilities.
I appreciate your efforts to support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab.
The good doctors have completed their respective research into the meld substance. We should consider building either a genetics or cybernetics lab facility to take advantage of these new developments.
We had the opportunity. We've had the opportunity to study these devices in a limited fashion. As we discovered, they do contain some form of encrypted alien data. However, they're also completely reliant on an internal power supply, which, when depleted, renders the device inaccessible. The only means we found to gather information from this equipment is by routing its internal power system through a crudely assembled interface that bypasses any built-in shutdown sequences. However, the alien data itself presented an even greater obstacle, as we're dealing with a programming language that is unlike anything we've found in our own systems. Fortunately, the research team is capable, and we quickly assembled a small group of our best analysts for the task. We've already begun to establish patterns in the alien encryption algorithm, revealing small bits of information that can be integrated into our own research. With the signal monitored by a team of engineers, each satellite's nexus is capable of receiving transmission from 4 XCom satellites. So I need to build that next to the other one that I'm building. Okay.
Commander, we're
Yes,
receiving
I have one
several
in
urgent
Australia.
requests for assistance. There are abductions in progress at each marked site on the hologlobe.
We'll do this one. I was hoping to get something that would help me launch that down. All right.
We have visual on the mission site. Setting down.
Australia has sent a number of requests for assistance, so that's our next drop site. Panic is spreading throughout a major city as the aliens move through the streets. We have to get a handle on this situation.
Central, this is Big Sky. Strike team is touching down now. Standing by for your orders.
Roger, Big Sky. Reading you 5 by 5. Strike 1 has the green light for deployment.
Alright, this is where we're going to stop for today. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It means a lot, helps the channel grow, and I do appreciate it. Till next time, love you guys. Hope to see you again soon. Take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.